Everybody's always talking about which joint tape to use. Paper tape, nah. Fibofuse, nah. Mesh tape, yellow, nah. Ooh, wide mesh tape. Wait, I got one better for you. You're not gonna believe this one. Stick around. All right, now I'm going to show you a mesh tape like most of you have never seen and you probably won't believe. Let's take off these reflectors I got here. I don't think I need them for this. All right, are you ready? We're going to talk about mesh tape. Mesh tape. I don't think I can say it that long. Wow. Yeah, that's right. It fills up my whole screen. This, folks, is stick-on mesh tape. So if you got a great big gap you need to fill, like if you got a crack in your drywall about that wide, just stick this sucker on there, slap a little all-purpose on it, and you're good to go. I mean, hey, they use packing tape for repairs, so why not this? Okay, that's a joke. Don't try that, folks. I'm just going to show you this because it's kind of interesting. Now, why do I have this? I have this because I decided to do a video and make a desk for my RV that looks like stone by using epoxy, colored epoxy. And it looks kind of like this. It's actually not done. I still got another coat to put on it. But I wanted to reinforce it because I actually made it out of, yeah, this Pink Panther. This is 2-inch pink foam. Let's see, I forget the exact name for this. I'll put it on the screen. I bought this 9 months ago. It's really lightweight, but it's got some nice strength to it. When you hit it, it barely dents. It's really a strong foam. So I actually made a desk that's almost 2 feet wide and 6 feet long, and just out of foam. Now I did put a really thin piece of Luan on the bottom and the epoxy on the top, but I wanted it to be a little bit stronger, so I bought this mesh and put it in the resin. Now that was my first resin pour ever. I can see the mesh in a few little spots, but it's not bad. It came out pretty dang good. It looks really cool, and it looks like a stone 2-inch thick desk, but it's super lightweight. I weighed it and it weighs like 12 pounds. So 6 foot long. It knocks some weight out of our RV. We took out our sleeper sofa and replaced it with this desk, so I'd have a computer desk while we traveled to Quartzsite, Arizona to Snowbird this year. And that's why I have this. Now, what other uses are there for this mesh tape? You could use this for repairing cracks on drywall. Now, it'd be kind of a waste. I mean, obviously you'd probably have to cut it like long ways like this to get a strip. You could get a wider strip. There's a number of ways you could use it on drywall. Another is, let's just say you were doing a repair on a house and you just had a bunch of cracks all over a wall for some reason, and you wanted to reinforce that wall. You could use this, but here's a good use for it. I know a lot of you have done some work on your house and you've torn all the brown paper or the white paper off, and you end up with a big exposed area of brown paper, or maybe you stripped it down so far you got down to the raw drywall. And you ask me, what do I do now? Is it strong enough? My advice is usually cut it out and replace it with some new rock, but this could actually work. The reason I say to cut it out is because you've taken that paper face off, which is a lot of the strength. Paper on the front and the back, without it, it would just crumble. The inner part is more like a soft core. That's kind of how drywall is on a smaller scale. So what you could do is just take this and stick it all over. Now, what I would do is I would first get some of this 3M number 61 corner bead adhesive. I use this on my mesh tape. Whenever I'm doing the like yellow mesh tape, I'll spray that on first and then put the mesh tape on it, because it helps it lay flatter. All the little fibers on the mesh tape lay flat, doesn't wrinkle, kind of solves some problems. Well, you could do that here. This is self-adhesive, but it's not that sticky. And if you were to try and stick it over, say, the white raw drywall, it wouldn't stick very good. So what I would do is spray the whole surface with some spray adhesive, and then put it on pretty carefully, because if you put it on and it wrinkles, you kind of have a little bit of a mess. But if it does, take your utility knife, cut right through the middle of the wrinkle, fold the two parts over, and you're fine. So it's not the end of the world, but it could get difficult if you start getting a lot of wrinkles. You might need help.
Like wrinkle dogs in a wrinkle dog calendar.
It's a little bit big. That would give back the strength once you put on the hot mud. Now you do need to use hot mud even over something this big. You'll put a layer of the fast setting joint compound, which we call hot mud, over that, and then once you finish it all out, you've gotten back most of your strength and you should be fine. Another use for it is, one of the most common uses is stucco. A lot of times when they do stucco, they'll put this on the wall, put the mortar over the top of this, and this makes it stronger. You can do this under tile. If you're going to lay tile, you're going to put mortar down, you could put this down to strengthen that. So think of this as a structurally reinforcing material, which it kind of would be if you were doing drywall anyway. The mesh tape, I've used probably 500 to, I don't know, probably 1,500 rolls of this yellow mesh tape. Never had a problem. You watch my videos, if you do it like I show you, you do it right, you won't have cracks. Guys that say mesh tape always cracks, they're seeing homeowners and carpenters and guys like that don't know better doing it wrong. If you use regular joint compound over this, you got a lot more chance of it cracking. So the point is, this isn't really the strength. Yes, it's flexible and all, but what it's doing is adding reinforcement to the drywall mud. That's what this can do to mortar, drywall mud, etc. And this is kind of like, think of it like rebar. If you pour concrete without some type of mesh or rebar or fiberglass strands, it's going to be weaker, because those add a lot of the strength to it. That's what mesh tape does. So hey, if I can find a link to this, I'll put it in the description. I looked the other day and there wasn't any available, if I remember right, but if I can, I'll put it in the description right below. There's a lot of other good information in there, as well as links to my website and my new online store with my ebooks on how to improve your drywall mudding skills, and a lot more. And hey, I also really rely on you guys supporting our channel. You can show your support through becoming a YouTube channel member. It's an exclusive thing. It's not the same as subscribing. You go down there, click on the join button, become a member. And I'm going to show you how to subscribe the right way. If you're going to subscribe, there's a right way and a wrong way. Hey, make sure you don't miss any of our videos by clicking the bell icon, but you have to click the all part. If you just click the personalize, YouTube will decide what you see. And go check out my website for a lot of other links, information. It's thatkiltedguy.com. And I've also got other ways you can show your support and where you can purchase. I've got a whole bunch of recommendations for tools and materials, all that posted over there. As always, it's been fun goofing with you and showing you something serious. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, everybody. Yeah, this Pink Panther. Hey, you see these other things popping up here? These are clickable links. If any of those interest you, click on one. I'm sure it'll help you out. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, everybody.